let us study about the machine element cam. We know that in order to convert rotary type of input motion to rotary type of output motion, we have gear drives, belt drives. In order to convert rotary to reciprocating motion, we have slider crank mechanism, bolt and nut, rack and pinion. Then in order to convert rotary to intermittent motion, we have Geneva wheel, ratchet and pole mechanism. Now, in order to convert continuous rotary motion to desired type of output motion, for example, in case of IC engine, the inlet and outlet valves open at a particular point of time in the working cycle. How this is possible? This is possible with the use of cams. Basically, cam is a machine element which is used to obtain desired type of output motion. Let us see how it works. This is a typical cam follower arrangement. Cam is the input element, follower is the output element. This cam is rotating about its center. Let us assume that the cam is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Then the follower will reciprocate in vertical direction. When the follower comes in contact with this portion of the cam wherein the radius is increasing, the follower will have upward motion. When the follower comes in contact with this portion of the cam wherein the radius is decreasing, the follower will have downward motion. When the follower comes in contact with this portion of the cam wherein the radius is uniform, the follower will be at rest. That is, it will not have any upward or downward motion. Like this, we can have the desired type of output motion through this follower by giving a particular shape to the cam. This is how cam follower arrangement works.
Let us go through some of the animations for better understanding of the working of cams. You can see in all these examples, as the cam is rotating, the follower is having a particular type of output motion. As in this case, when the follower comes in contact with this portion of the cam wherein the radius is increasing, it will have upward movement. When it comes in contact with this portion, it is having downward movement. When it is in contact with this portion wherein the radius is uniform, it is at rest. Also, you can notice the shape of the cam, which is not fixed. The shape of the cam depends upon the type of output motion desired. Now, let us know about the different types of cams and followers. These are the different types of cams based on shape. First amongst is the radial or disc cam. The cam is of radial or disc shape. This is the follower which is reciprocating inside the guides. Then we have cylindrical cam. The cam is in the form of a cylinder in which a groove has been made. As the cam rotates, the follower moves inside the groove so as to have an oscillating output motion. This is a wedge cam which is reciprocating in the horizontal direction to give reciprocating vertical direction or movement for the follower. This is a globoidal cam wherein a groove has been made on the concave surface. As the cam rotates, the follower will oscillate about the pivot point. Then coming to the types of followers based on shape, we have knife edge follower, roller follower wherein roller is attached to the vertical bar. Then we have flat faced follower wherein the end of the follower is flat, and then we have spherical follower. Based on the type of motion, we have translating or reciprocating follower. As the cam rotates, the follower reciprocates inside the guides. whereas here as the cam rotates the follower is oscillating, so we call it as oscillating follower. Then based on the position of the follower with respect to the cam axis, we have two types, inline and offset. As you can see here, the axis of the follower passes through the axis of the cam, whereas here the axis of the follower is offset to the left from the axis of the cam. So the two types of followers based on the position of their axis, that is inline follower and offset follower. Then based on the type of motion the follower is having, there are different types of followers. For example, these are the displacement diagrams of the follower. We will come to know what do we mean by displacement diagram while solving the numericals. So this is rise return type of follower. During first half of the cycle the follower is having a rise, and then during the next half it is returning back to its initial position. This is dwell, rise, dwell, return and dwell type of follower, whereas here we have dwell, rise, return and dwell type of movement for the follower. Then based on the nature of constraint between the cam and follower, we have preloaded spring type and positive drive cam. In order to establish a contact between the cam and the follower, a spring has been used here, which we call a preloaded spring type of cam follower. Whereas in this case the nature of the cam and follower is constraining them to maintain contact, physical contact throughout. Coming to the various terminologies used in cam, you can notice a thick continuous curve here which we call as cam profile. This is that surface of the cam which actually comes in contact with the follower. Cam profile. The minimum circle that can be drawn to this cam profile from the cam center, we call it as base circle. Base circle is the smallest circle that can be drawn to the cam profile from cam center. Then we have trace point. Trace point is a reference point on the follower. Trace point will be the knife edge in case of knife edge follower, and it will be the center of the roller in case of roller follower. The curve which is passing through the trace point and parallel to the cam profile is called as pitch curve. Minimum circle or the smallest circle that can be drawn to the pitch curve from the cam center is called as prime circle. Prime circle is the smallest circle that can be drawn to the cam profile or pitch curve, in fact from the cam center. Then we have pitch point. Pitch point is the trace point wherein the pressure angle is maximum. Okay, pitch point is the trace point wherein the pressure angle is maximum. Then what do we mean by pressure angle? Pressure angle is the angle between the common normal to the pitch curve at any point of time and the line of movement of the follower. Pressure angle is the angle between the normal to the pitch curve at any point of time and the line of direction of the follower movement. The point at which the pressure angle is maximum, the trace point, is called as pitch point. Then we have the terms called rise, dwell and return. We know that as the cam rotates and when the follower comes in contact with that portion of the cam wherein the radius is increasing, the follower will have upward motion. This upward movement of the follower is called as rise. And when the follower is at rest, when it comes in contact with that portion of the cam wherein the radius is uniform, we call it as dwell period. Dwell. Similarly, when the follower is having downward motion, when it comes in contact with that portion of the cam wherein the radius is decreasing, we call it as return motion. So rise when the follower is moving upward, dwell when the follower is at rest, return when the follower is moving downward. We know that we call it as rise when the follower moves up, return when the follower moves down. This rise and return of the follower can be of 4 types. The follower can rise or return with uniform velocity, uniform acceleration and deceleration, simple harmonic motion and cycloidal motion. When the follower is moving with uniform velocity, the displacement curve of the follower will be somewhat like this. It will be a straight line. This is the displacement diagram of a follower. Okay, the displacement curve will be a straight line if it is moving or if it is rising with uniform velocity. As the follower is moving with uniform velocity, the acceleration will be 0 in that case. This is the typical displacement diagram when the follower is moving with uniform acceleration and retardation. We will see how to construct this displacement curve in this particular case while solving the numericals. Also, these are the equations in order to calculate the maximum velocity of the follower during rise and return. Rise of the follower is also called as outstroke. Outstroke during rise, during return stroke, during fall of the follower, during return of the follower. You need to remember these equations. We need not derive these equations, but you need to remember them, wherein omega is the angular velocity of the cam, s is the displacement of the follower, theta is the corresponding angle covered by the cam for the corresponding displacement of the follower. Theta O represent angle covered during outstroke, theta R represents angle covered during return stroke. Similarly, V0 or VO, maximum velocity during outstroke, VR maximum velocity during return stroke, AO maximum acceleration during outstroke, AR maximum acceleration during return stroke. Then we have the displacement diagram for simple harmonic motion and the corresponding equations to calculate the maximum velocity and acceleration during rise and return in case of simple harmonic motion of the follower. Then cycloidal motion. This is the typical displacement diagram for a follower having cycloidal motion, and these are the relationships to calculate the maximum velocity and acceleration during cycloidal motion.